Hey there, I'm Scott Sery. I'm a copywriter and an educator. And one of the ways that I really love to help small businesses is to just go through their website and do what I call a content teardown. It just analyzes everything on the site, make sure it's all looking good, and see where they can do better and point out the spots that they're really succeeding in. Today we have Jessica's website, Silver Run Studio. Jessica is an artist that I've known for several years through a biz to biz group here in Billings. She does phenomenal work. We have a portrait of our two dogs that she did last fall for us. So I just want to get right into her website. Take a look at Silver Run Studio. Oops, there we go. All right. So my first impression is I love the instant portfolio. As an artist, and with an artist site, you have a little bit different rules that you can follow compared to other business type websites. Most traffic is probably going to come from a referral source, like a business card, social page, you telling people directly. And so we don't really need this big introduction because people are here to see your artwork. We will get into a little bit of what we could do slightly better on this homepage here. As we scroll down, we can see how good you are with different subjects. It's not all dogs, it's not all elephants, people, horses. You do really good work with horses. I know you've had a ton of practice with those. You've done a lot of those. Let's see. I really like these side-by-sides. These show that you can take a picture and turn it into art that's almost exactly identical and shows just how good of a job you do. I did notice your little chihuahua thing here is on there twice. So you could probably take one of those off and maybe put a couple Scotty dogs on there. And it just kind of keeps loading. It doesn't get too overwhelming. Every picture is different, it's unique. And so we get to see a really wide range of everything that you do. I personally like that you only do pencil and paper. I'm sure you can do other art, but you're like, nah, I like this one. It's all this one. So you don't stretch yourself too thin and try to do, watercolors or oils, and that's not really your forte. You love doing pencils, you stick with pencil. The only thing I would change on this homepage is maybe right up here at the top. We don't need a lot, one or two sentences about welcome to Silver Run Studio, your source of custom artwork, customize art, immortalize your pet through art, immortalize something, something along those lines. And then you can throw something way down here at the bottom too, a little bit more text, just for SEO purposes to get found on Google. I couldn't remember at first if it was Silver Run Art or Silver Run Artwork or Silver Run Art Studio. So I Googled Silver Run Art and I found a Facebook page of somebody in Maryland with a studio by that name. So some text at the top, talk about custom pencil sketch art, something that takes less than 2 seconds to read, and then bam, people right into the portfolio. Down here in this feeling inspired, I like this much better than a contact us or reach out or let's talk. It portrays the idea that your client has a sweet idea, they just need help turning it into artwork. So I really like how you phrased that there. Right below that, you could put a few sentences on why you love art, what Montana's all about, why you're doing this, why people should care, and not just more SEO purposes. Only a handful of people will ever actually end up reading that. This thank you for visiting, sign up for our newsletter thing. It pops up on all the pages. I would put something about what the exclusive deals are out there. I mean, why would I sign up for yet another newsletter? Do you offer Christmas discounts, free stuff if you use XYZ code, or just a couple quick things to lure more people in and help you build your business, build your email list a little better. I also like how, I don't know what this is, I don't have to scroll all the way to the top to get back to your menu. It disappears, and then as I start going up, pops right back up. Head over to Meet the Artist. I do like, must be when I'm running this screen capture program, it slows everything down so much. These do pop up a lot faster. There's nothing wrong with your site speed. It's a pretty common theme between whenever I do one of these. I love the picture. It tells what you're all about. It shows, Montana, riding your horse. You love the horses. You love the big sky. I like your little intro blurb. It's quirky, not the typical about me starting point. Right down here, you have 4 different blocks. First, there's a few things that I would change up in here. First, I'm on your artist website to see you as an artist. So I would move the artist up to the top left. So that's where I'm first going to look. Musician up here, because that kind of relates to art, and then bring horses and dogs down a little bit. Just a little bit about these blurbs in here and what you put. Horses, I would link over to Crystal Peaks Youth Ranch. You obviously really like them, otherwise you wouldn't mention them on your own website. Give them a link, make it easier for people to check them out. Same thing with your musician. Link over to your YouTube channel. I would more likely listen to your music if I just had to click it rather than to go to YouTube, search your name, try to find you, find the right song and everything. Just one click takes somebody over there. The titles, a couple things here. You have horse obsessed, dog mom, period, musician, period, and sometimes I draw things, period. I just get rid of these periods, kind of clean that up a little bit. We don't really need them in the title. And then right down here, it feels like you're really downplaying your art a lot. Like, here's who I am, and I'm an okay artist. I can draw some things sometimes. This isn't a side hobby. This is your art page. This is you as an artist. It's what the site is all about, and you're really good at it. So take ownership. Say, I draw, or I draw things. And get that right up here. First thing people see after your quirky bit about your name, they see you're an artist. And you have a great picture here, you and the artwork. Shows people how talented you are. Show that off. That's why you have this page. Back up to pricing. Let's see. I love it when people display their pricing, or at least their starting prices. It gets me a feel for what it's going to cost. I'm not going in here blind. I'm not requesting a quote on 11 by 14 of my dog and then realizing, oh, you're way outside of my budget. So I know what I'm getting into. This font here is a little bit difficult to read with the italics there. Same with down here. We'll get to those in a minute. I would change this thing up a little bit. Something that art has many variables, and I have listed the most common. But if you want something outside of what's listed, let's talk about it. And that way, it's just crisper, cleaner, to the point. You know what you're going to charge by saying, let's talk about it. It feels like people are going to come in and get a deal and discuss it rather than just, here's a quote, here's what you're paying. But they are getting a quote, and that is what they're paying, but it comes across a little softer. Down here, everything in this, I like how it's all laid out. If you're on mobile, these stack, no issues with the mobile or anything like that. Down here, materials used. It's not really a big deal, but it's a very passive right here. It's kind of hard to get around. I played with it a little bit and I couldn't get all the passive out, but something like, your art is created with graphite pencil and Bristol paper. Scrap this will. It's just a extra word there. Art arrives unframed unless other arrangements are made. And then rather than prices include standard shipping within the US, free shipping within the US, or free shipping within the lower 48. People love the word free. That's going to give that little sentence a bit more power. You might even move free shipping in the US, move that right up here or even up top. As soon as people see free, okay, now I'm more likely to spend the money on this phenomenal piece of art because I get something for free. I like the call to action button. I click that and it takes us right over to the next section on the top there, over to getting started. Couple things. Oh, that button I just clicked on. Change the color on that So it's not just your standard. Turn that to like a red or a pink or something that pops out a little bit better, so people know, okay, my next step is to click this. Now I've clicked that, I can read about this. Really good. Let's see, I'll start over here. Let's create something. I like it. Same with that other contact form. It's different than just contact us. It's let's create something. So now it's okay. Now I'm a part of this. It's not just this artist making something for me. It's we're in this together. I really like this blurb over here. It starts out and gets people nodding along, like, yeah, that's exactly what I feel. This is really good. The only thing I don't like is this format on my desktop is really hard to read because it breaks this up and puts this see-through stuff between the lines. I don't know how hard that would be. I'm not a techie guy to change this into a solid block, move it over just a little bit so you can see the horse behind there. On mobile, it's actually a lot better because it puts all these words in a solid block down below the picture, and so it might not even be anything you need to worry about. It takes us right over to the last section in the menu here, the blog. I assume this is a picture of you, knowing your time in Hawaii, your horses, Montana sunset there. Great. If not, is a perfect fit for a stock photo. But then there's nothing here. No real need for a blog other than each blog post you can put some extra keywords in there, give you a little SEO boost. One that comes to mind is what is Bristol paper and how is it different from, I don't know if you ever do pencil on canvas or regular paper or sketch paper or cardboard box. I don't know. Why did you choose Bristol paper? Super easy. You can plug in some keywords about artist in Montana, pet artist, pencil artist, and then that way you can kind of get some of the SEO juice going, and then it won't seem like it's still under construction. And then another one that just expands on your story. Why did you start doing art? What do you love about it? Of all the artists out there, what makes you unique? So, nice, simple website, easy, easy to navigate. I love the portfolio, big but not overwhelmingly big. If you have some that you really extra super like, I'd put those up at the top if these aren't them already, and then that way your best work is shown first. People probably scroll. Okay, now we saw 10 or 12 of them. We can just zip to the bottom. Or zip over here to pricing and get started and everything like that. The only problem that I see, one of the biggest problem I guess, is the minimal amount of text, and that makes it so your site doesn't show up on Google. So a handful of sentences scattered about, pulling in keywords like art, pencil art, Montana, horse art, pet art, things like that, they go a long ways. And then the blogs, great for bringing that in, easy to share on social media, easy to build that relationship with people that might be on the fence between you and another artist. Oh, now I have a better feeling for who Jessica is, and I really want to hire her because her lifestyle fits my lifestyle. Let's get this done. Let's see. Oh, and even your Instagram and your social with your artwork is great. You can always just take those videos, like the time-lapse video of sketching, 100 words on, about that piece, how the person found you, what you love about it. Embed that right in there. Super easy. Doesn't take much time. You're already making the video anyway, so you might as well make it work for you on the website. Actually, there's one really big problem, and I think probably somewhere up here we need to include 2 Scotty dogs rather than the rest of this portfolio, because those are the best ones you've ever done. Thank you. If you are interested in having your site torn down and to see if the content is working for you or against you, or see anything about your site, obviously I go through all the pictures and videos and everything as well, just to see how everything works together. Leave me a comment, shoot me an email, scott@scottsery.com, or find me on social. Pretty easy to find. Unique last name, Sery. I'd be happy to tear down your site and show you how you can get better and how we can all succeed in the long run. Thanks.